What up? Today we're here at Prehistoric Putt Putt. I've been to one like this before, but this one's actually an arcade, and it actually has like some type of like play pin on top, but you have to pay for that. I'm just gonna be mini golfing today. My camera also has something like, it has like portrait on it. I don't know what that means, but hopefully it doesn't mess anything up. I'll probably explain in the edit if it does. But yeah, it's tough. You see the dinos? You see the dino right there? What up, chat? So right now I'm just skating around a little bit around campus. There's a lot of like open spaces. I don't know, you can see it's too bright, the exposure's not right, but that huge parking lot I'm about to go over, and then just as fast as it came, it was gone. Have you ever tried something new, and for the first couple times that you try it, you see that you're kind of good at it? That feeling of like, I think I got this figured out at least a little bit. Not on the pro level, not like you're the best, but that you understand it just a little better than everyone else around you. That little moment changes something. After that, you have one of two choices. You either keep chasing that feeling that got you that joy or happiness, whatever you got from that feeling, or you decide that that's not really not for you. That's not what you want to do. You know, you're good at it, you have some kind of sense in it, you just understand that that's not what you want. Whenever something good happens that we think we can't explain, we just blame it on luck. But what if we've just defined luck the wrong way? Is luck really just random? Or is there something else actually going on? Richard Wiseman, a psychologist, wanted to answer that exact question. He took two groups of people. One group considered themselves lucky, and the other group considered themselves unlucky. He gave both groups the exact same newspaper and asked them to count the pictures inside. Simple enough. On average, the lucky people found all the pictures in mere seconds. The unlucky people averaged 2 minutes. Why is that? Because on the second page of the newspaper, it read in big bold text, "Stop reading, stop counting. There are 43 pictures in this newspaper." Halfway through, there was another text saying, "Stop counting. Tell the experimenter that you win $250. The lucky people noticed it almost instantaneously. Not because they were smart, not because they couldn't read, but because they were so focused on this task that they never noticed the opportunity sitting right in front of them. That tells us something really interesting. The newspaper was the same, the opportunities were the same. The difference wasn't luck, it was their attention. And I think that's exactly what happens in real life. One notices opportunity, and the other notices the obstacle. One sees a chance to introduce himself, the other worries about how awkward it would be. One applies for the job that they think they won't get. The other spends the time that they could have applied thinking about how they won't get the job. Years later, we look at the person who got the job and say, man, they were so lucky. But we never saw the decision that made that opportunity possible. I think that's why people love calling successful people lucky. And don't get me wrong, there's those instances like bingo or the lottery tickets where it completely is just random. The first thing they're good at is creating opportunities. They take the shift nobody wants. They introduce themselves first. They ask questions. They upload that video. Most people avoid these situations because rejection feels uncomfortable. Lucky people don't necessarily enjoy rejection either. They just realize nothing happens if they don't try. You can't win a brand new car if you don't put your name in the raffle for that brand new car. The second thing they do is they trust their intuition. You probably had those random thoughts before. Should I text him? Should I upload this? Should I go for it? Should I try? Most people ignore these thoughts, not because they're bad ideas, but because they immediately think of what won't work. Lucky people aren't always right either. They just have the willpower to act on those decisions that they have, the intuition that they have. They decide to act rather than guess and play the mind game. The third thing that I feel like a lot of people overlook, and I feel like this is the most important thing, is positive expectations. This is the door I went through when I had to exit therapy because I was an immense drug addict, cocaine addict, meth pipe addict. But yeah. I'm not talking about pretending everything's perfect or, you know, just pushing through that day and making yourself feel better and be all positive and happy. I'm talking about just having that mental capacity of realizing something good can actually happen from this. If I do this, then the positive outlook would kind of benefit me, and it would probably settle my nerves a little bit because I'm thinking something good is gonna happen out of it, instead of like worrying about what is gonna happen next and cortisol and stress. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a very stressless person because I don't find myself worrying about too much, and I'm very, very, very blessed, very lucky. You know, in my situation, I'm very lucky. That was not up to me, but it's like I don't have any stressors right now, and I think that's why I should be doing what I should be doing. That's why I feel like I should be doing this YouTube, because I'm not doing anything else. I have nothing to really be tired for. I have no reason why I shouldn't be making something happen, but that's just my situation. So, because when you believe that, your behavior changes. You're more likely to start. You're better at recovering from setbacks faster because you're not gonna get stuck in that negative attitude. You keep going when you convince yourself that the wait is way longer. You keep going way after everybody else has quit because they can convince themselves that it wasn't worth it anymore. And you stayed to be strong and push through that barrier. And your actions influence results. The last thing is resilience. This one might be bigger than the last one because opportunities are usually hidden behind disappointment. The first business usually fails. The first video you upload on any social media will probably flop. The first time learning any trick, learning any new move, you're not gonna be good at it. That first conversation might be awkward. Most people experience failure because they just get to that mindset where, okay, I'm not good at this, I'm not gonna try anymore. Obviously, I gave it 5 minutes and it's not getting me what I want, so this is lame. I feel people don't actually try anymore. People say they tried, but they tried and it got really hard and they quit. But the people that are successful, they try, it gets hard, and they get past that hard. They get past that hard. The same hard as you. Yeah, it's super hard, super hard. But and I'm sure they've had a situation just like that where they had to sacrifice someone close to them. They had to sacrifice a job. They had to sacrifice something just to get what they wanted out there and done, like a business or, you know, miss a birthday. Unfortunately, I feel this is what has to happen sometimes in order to be successful, which brings me back to beginner's luck. Maybe that first time wasn't luck. Maybe it was proof that you were capable, proof that there's something worth chasing. The difference is most people spend their lives chasing that feeling of greatness. They know what it feels like. They know what it takes, so they chase it. They take that risk. But other people, they leave it up to chance. Oh, it's not for me. I didn't like it. I didn't try it. Chances are I'm not gonna be good at it because I missed the first 5 shots. Okay. Maybe luck isn't some invisible force. Maybe luck isn't some invisible force picking favorites. Maybe luck isn't some invisible force picking favorites. Maybe luck is what we just call people who notice opportunity. Trust themselves enough to act. Stay positive when things get hard. And keep showing up long after everybody has already left. So maybe we've been defining luck the hard way, the wrong way, this whole time. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Every video you guys watch, it means so much to me. I spent all night trying to make the intro. Hopefully it was tough. It probably was not tough. I posted on Instagram, didn't get a lot of feedback. But all right, you guys, appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. You guys keep me going. Nothing else in this world keeps me motivated more than you guys. Appreciate y'all, love y'all.